Hello everybody and welcome to another Thrinacia Webinar video. My name is Kyle and I'm a business developer here at Thrinacia, and I'm joined again with David.
Hello, I'm a front developer here at Thrinacia.
So in this webinar video, we're going to be covering creating a custom crowdfunding campaign. So specifically creating a campaign for those that want a completely custom functionality or look and feel or UI. With all your company branding and maybe even specific workflows or raise modes. So what we're going to do is show you guys how to have a custom campaign with those logos, with the ability to manipulate the UI using the SaaS subscription plan called Atlas that we offer here. As you can see on my screen, we have the origin website. It's our demo website, and I'll leave a URL in the description for this. And you can see that we have a campaign set up. I'm just going to click on that campaign because we're going to be using this campaign as an example, as it's got all the images and the text that we need for this demonstration. So what I'm going to show you guys first is, the colors that you can manipulate on this page. You can manipulate everything. And David's going to show you guys the text that you can manipulate and then add any custom CSS as needed. So first, I'll show you guys the actual functionalities that you can add through the administrator dashboard. Now, of course, you don't have to use this website. You can have a website that you've already created for your product if you are crowdfunding for a product, or for your charity, that's what you're crowdfunding for. And what you can do is add this entire campaign onto that page that you've already created, or that website that you've already created to get those backers. So what we're going to do is dive into the functionality first. I'm going to go into the administrator dashboard here. Then we're going to go into portal settings. It'll take a second to load. And then I'm going to go into campaign settings here. Campaign settings tab. We're going to go and scroll down to the campaign raise mode. So there's two different raise modes. There's the all or nothing raise mode, and there's the keep it all raise mode. The all or nothing raise mode says that if you do not reach your crowdfunding goal within the allotted amount of time, then you do not receive any of the donations and the backers are not charged. Now, of course, you can check off to see if you want direct charge or post charge. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the post-charging process and the post-charging process intervals that you can set later on in this video. So stay tuned for that. And then there's the keep it all funding mode, which basically says that all the donations to the campaign you're going to keep, whether you raise the amount of money that you have set for your goal or not. You have the direct charge and the post charge again, as well as transaction fees. So a really good advantage of using a SaaS plan rather than using an actual platform is that you don't have to take any, or they will not take any transaction fee. All you're doing is paying a monthly fee for the SaaS plan instead of actually taking a transaction fee on the all the donations to your crowdfunding campaign. It can save you a lot of money down along the road for your campaign. So scrolling down, we're also going to be covering this campaign contribution options. So you can set a minimum amount for your contributors to the campaign. For instance, the minimum amount could be $1 or $10, $100, however you'd like. You can also hide the contribution button so that if you are offering rewards to your backers, they will only have the option to donating rewards. Now, those are just some of the functionalities that you get with the platform. There are many more. If you guys have any questions about those, you can quickly sign on to our live Slack chat on our website, and you can quickly ask us any sort of questions if you have any for the different features that you can enable for your crowdfunding campaign. I'm going to also go over that post-processing as I was mentioning earlier, and that's in the payment settings tab here. So you go down and you see this post-processing interval. Now, basically, the post-processing interval says that, you know, you can take 5 days, and it will check to see if the credit card information that the donors have entered for the campaign is going to work or not. It will not actually charge them. And then if it will not work, it'll notify you, and so that you can let your backers know so that they can update their credit card information, and you will get all the donations to your campaign. I'll also give you guys a URL in the description of this video for further information about that. Lastly, I'm going to show you guys manipulating the colors of the text onto the campaign. So to go back to that campaign that I showed you guys earlier, I believe it was this one here. And you can see that, you know, there's some blue text here, but we can change all of this. And we can change the whole entire look and feel to the site using CSS, as well as the UI that we've created, so that you guys can easily change the colors if you don't want to really change much of the UI. So to quickly change the colors, go to Edit Campaign. Now you can see there's a bunch of campaign steps here. You can add in a lot of information for your campaign. What we're going to do is go over to this widget section here. Now you can see that there's the theme color, and then you can change the colors of the different fonts here. As you can see, there's a bunch of different sections of fonts that you can change for the colors, as well as the tab colors. And all you do is you click on this here, and then you can choose from the spectrum of colors which best matches your UI that you want. Once you're finished with that, you can preview it, okay? And basically, if you guys want to add this to an existing website, as I mentioned earlier, you know, it'll add everything from this text down. So we're going to go into the widget preview. Here you go. This is what the widget will look like from this text down, I should say. And this is the widget text. It's simple HTML code. So all you have to do is copy it and paste it. You know, you can paste this into any CMS site, WordPress, Drupal, what have you. And it's just simple HTML code within an iframe. So it should not conflict with any of your CSS changes on your site. And I'm going to show you guys quickly using CodePen that you can add this to any website of choice. You can see it's the HTML section right here. We just paste that code in, and it's loading the campaign widget. And look, you have your full campaign on that page. It imports everything. And backers can contribute right from that website, and you'll get the money. So that's a great feature to have. David's going to show you guys a bit of the translations, and then also if you guys want to add your own custom CSS to really manipulate the UI. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Alrighty, so sharing my screen. So yeah, this is the campaign that we were looking at earlier over on Kyle's side. So right off the bat, to change the, move this out of the way, but to change the text, there's actually a blog post on our website detailing where to find the correct file to change depending on which page you're on. So let's going back here. We are on /campaign. So we can go back to the blog post, find /campaign, which I have highlighted, /campaign. And then on the rightmost column, that's the translation file that we want to change. The translation file defines what's displayed on the page. And in this case, it's campaign page.json. Custom comments.json is for use of the comments, and we're not changing anything regarding the comments today. So we are actually looking for campaign page.json. So going into the code here, you'll see that I have campaign page.json open. Now to change, let's change this campaign to say, instead of campaign project, And let's change the text on the contribute button to say donate instead of contribute. Okay, so to get started, we're going to look for campaign. So looking into campaign page.json, I'm just going to make this full screen. We can just simply do a search on this file for campaign. Whoops, spelled campaign wrong. Yeah, spelling correctly would help. Anyway, so yeah, there's actually a little bit of trial and error that you have to do. But since I've done this beforehand, I'm going to cheat because I know which ones to do. But yeah, you can see that campaign underscore page campaign title, that says campaign. And campaign page menu campaign also says campaign. These two are the ones you want to change. The top one here, this one, campaign title, this changes what is displayed here. And the one more on the bottom, page menu campaign, changes the mobile view. So if I were to make this page smaller, like as if I was on a phone or a tablet, something with a smaller screen, just making this window smaller. If you scroll down here, it says campaign, and that's what the bottom-most thing changes. So let's go ahead and change that text. So change this to project. And also change this to project. Save it. And then let's hard load, reload this page. Yeah, so whenever you change any file, you want to hard reload. So the command, the shortcut I'm using is Control F5. It does take a little while since you're reloading all the files and not using the cache. But once it does reload, you'll be able to see the changes on the page. So I'm just going to wait. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, instead of campaign now it says project. And if I make this bigger again, yeah, and then scroll up, this now says project as well. Okay, now for the contribute button. The contribute button is a little bit different. So let's repeat our steps. We go into campaign page.json and look for contribute. So let's type in contribute. And you'll notice that we don't really have any direct matches here. The closest we have is I just want to contribute, which is doesn't match what it says on the page. And why this is because some translation files are actually found on the global.json. The global.json is used, it's kind of like a shared file between all the pages. It's not specific to any one, but if you look at all the files associated with your specific page and you don't find it, check global.json. So in this case, we're looking for the contribute button, and we found it here. It says contribute. So let's change this to donate. Save it, and then hard reload this page. Control F5. And then once it loads, the big blue button that says contribute should now say donate. Oops, loading. Yeah. So yeah, now it says donate. Right. Now to change stuff other than the text, you actually have direct access to the CSS, a custom CSS folder. CSS file, I should say, just so you can change anything you like that's not available through the admin panel. So how you get to that is simply go into the files. There's a folder called custom, and in there you'll find custom.css. Opening that up, you can see this file. You can add whatever CSS, whatever styling functions you want into here, and then it'll get reflected.
Awesome. So as you guys can see, if you want a fully custom crowdfunding campaign, you have full capabilities to manipulate the features, the functionality of how the campaign is running, as well as the UI, so the look and the feel of the website, and you'll actually be able to save some money depending on how much you're looking to raise. So if you guys have any questions about the functionality, or maybe you want to have a custom feature developed, you can always go onto our website, as you can see on David's screen, and up on the top right-hand corner there, you can see that there is live chat. It's just a Slack chat. All I have to do is create an account for the Slack chat, and people like myself are on there, always answering questions. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to go onto there. Or if you're already subscribed to a SaaS plan, you can create a ticket in our ticketing system. So I hopefully this was very informative for you guys. And if you guys have any other topics that you guys want us to cover in the future, please feel free to comment or ask us on our live Slack chat. I hope you guys found this to be a good video. My name is Kyle. I want to thank you guys for watching.
Thanks.